A lot can change in 35 days, and my goal for 35 Her was to enhance my health, enhance my beauty, and grow my YouTube community. And while I feel like I've done aspects of it, I don't feel like I've done it completely, but I've documented this journey for 35 days. And in this video, you'll see the day-to-day looking like this.
Here's day 2 of my, here's day 3 of my 30. It's day 9 of, it's day 18 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time.
But first, let's talk about how this came to inception. I'm tired of gaining and losing the same 5 pounds. Like, I'm tired of restarting my routines, and I'm tired of procrastinating the life I actually want. So I'm starting my 35 Her challenge, and this is just for the next 35 days. I plan to do 10K steps a day. I plan on doing strength training 4 times a week. I plan on sticking to whole foods for the most part, just basically no takeout, everything cooking at home. In the next 35 days, I'm going to keep doing like my makeup before work, and also plan on posting long form videos on YouTube weekly. And the last thing is doing nighttime journaling. And this is just something to align a little more to what I want, being that one of my biggest goals is for fat loss and also growing my YouTube platform. I'm not going to push myself to do a 75 hard right now because that's just not what I want to do. I think that's just too long, and then I also have like vacation and stuff in between that, so I just don't want anything to like create resistance towards the goal. But I think doing a 35 Her challenge is short enough to where it's like, okay, I will, 1, be able to see results from it, but 2, also be able to stick to it for that amount of time. And also by the time that 35 days is complete, that would have been enough time to also say, okay, I can stick to this routine and not care. So I will be sharing this journey on here. Follow along, because today is day 1. Here's day 2 of my 35 Her challenge, where I'm becoming her for real this time. The thing I love most about this is that it's short enough to be consistent with, but also long enough to see results from it. I've gained and lost weight so many times, with my largest being at 280, but I know what it takes to actually make a change. And throughout this journey, I'm looking to better my health, elevate my appearance, and also continue to build my community. Remember, most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they never stay consistent long enough to see results. Check my page out for the rest. Bye. The 35 Her challenge is a challenge where it's short enough to be consistent with it, but also long enough to see results. And prioritizing whole foods, no eating out. So like even with this is the Mush overnight oats. And the ingredients are very wholesome because it's just almond milk made with water and almonds, rolled oats, dates, vanilla extract, and sea salt. So, and it's actually really good. I had the cocoa one yesterday, but this one I think I like a little bit better because it's not as heavy. It's just very light. I think the dates did it. I need to start learning how to work with dates. 35 Her challenge, where I'm becoming her for real this time. Today was the first day back at work since starting this challenge, and you know a work day can sometimes be the ultimate test, but overall I did what I needed to do. I woke up at 6 a.m. to have a great time in the gym, and you know I love an upper body day. And I think the reason I enjoy 6 a.m. workouts more was because about 2 years ago, I was doing a Club Pilates membership, and every day after work, I would go to Club Pilates, and it was just so chaotic getting there, sometimes almost late, almost no parking. So I ended up opting for morning time fitness routines, and I ended up gravitating more towards Solid Core because I just love a great strength training. I just don't live near one right now, so I'm not going there quite as often as I used to. But yeah, and also I was editing my solo trip to Guatemala today, and y'all, I was like, I don't even know if I want to post this because I was just out there eating. Like, it was a few mukbangs in there and everything. So let me know if y'all want to see it or not, because yeah, it's just like an hour of me eating. But see you for day 4. Welcome back to my 35 Her challenge, where I'm becoming her for real this time. And y'all, today was a little bit more challenging just because I started my cycle. I didn't meal prep the day before, and overall my body was just so sore. But luckily, in the morning before I went to work, I did stop at Publix and got a Eat Fresco meal, which actually turned out really good. And options like this definitely help when you're sticking to no takeout, because also the ingredients didn't have any preservatives, and it was just something quick to have on hand. But I did end the night with some dinner and just some time to chill before completing my 10,000 steps for the day. See you for day 5. Bye. We're on day 5 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. Today, I met with my dietitian, and I've learned so much from her, which helped me through my wellness journey and even resulted in some weight loss. But what I loved most is that going through it, it was never centered around weight loss. It was and what's bad versus what's good. It was centered around what I genuinely like, and also just overall lifestyle changes. Like anytime you're looking forward to going to a dietitian, it should be more centered around like, okay, what can I do in my lifestyle to make this consistent? Since with this challenge, I am looking forward to being a little more intentional with losing body fat, I'm going to prioritize being in the calorie deficit and sticking to more whole foods. And even right now, like I'm counting my calories a little more closely and you get a little peek of it. But I ended off my day pretty good. Just got to relax and also try to heal some. So see you for day 6. Bye. Here's day 7 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. Today I started the day off with grocery shopping, and now that we're 1 week into the challenge, I'm definitely yearning for some more structure because I kind of just jumped into it and it has taken a toll on my body. With me being on my cycle every single day, my feet was sore. Like I would have to stay up just a little while longer just trying to rub my feet just because I've been feeling so sore. But, you know, it's going well. My body's getting used to it, and I'm looking forward to week 2. But comment something you're looking forward to doing this week. Bye. It's day 8 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time because a lot can change in 35 days when you actually commit to changing. I started my morning with a walk, and honestly, I'm starting to realize that the little things matter a little more than I thought. This challenge started with simple goals like eating more whole foods, moving my body, and showing up for myself consistently. But now that I'm a week into this challenge, I'm finding myself wanting to be even more intentional and not obsessive, just more aware. I'm paying closer attention to tracking my calories, planning my workouts earlier in the week, and scheduling more time to edit more strategically so that I can actually align with the results I say I want. Between washing my hair, arranging flowers, meal prepping, and creating content today, I'm realizing that becoming her isn't just one big moment. It's the small decisions you make over and over again. And right now, I'm focused on stacking as many of those decisions in my favor as possible. And I did record a summary of week 1, and I will be posting that on my YouTube channel. See you tomorrow for day 9, and follow along for the journey. Bye. It's day 9 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time because a lot can change in 35 days. Today was a pretty calm day. Just getting back into work can definitely make you feel a little sluggish, but it's also the perfect time to reset and get productive. I focused on getting my steps in, staying on track with my goals, and remind myself that this challenge isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently. 9 days down and we're still going. And like I've mentioned before, I wanted to be a little more intentional with tracking what I eat. So I've been counting my calories and steps a little more closely. I'll start sharing that too. It's day 11 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. And y'all, today felt like one of those days where the routine just started getting repetitive. I'm eating the same meals every day. I'm walking, I'm working out, I'm posting. I'm doing all the habits I said I was going to do. And honestly, yesterday I didn't even feel like posting because I started feeling like, am I just posting the same thing every single day? But I'm realizing that's literally a part of discipline. And discipline isn't always exciting. Sometimes becoming her is just doing the same boring things over and over until you start changing your life. And now that I'm pushing my body to do more and more every day, I'm also learning that recovery also has to be a part of the routine too, because my joints have been feeling it in the gym. So I need to prioritize more sleep, stretching, and actually listening to my body. It's day 11 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. And y'all, today felt like one of those days where the routine just started getting repetitive. I'm eating the same meals every day. I'm walking, I'm working out, I'm posting. I'm doing all the habits I said I was going to do. And honestly, yesterday I didn't even feel like posting because I started feeling like, am I just posting the same thing every single day? But I'm realizing that's literally a part of discipline. And discipline isn't always exciting. Sometimes becoming her is just doing the same boring things over and over until you start changing your life. And now that I'm pushing my body to do more and more every day, I'm also learning that recovery also has to be a part of the routine too, because my joints have been feeling it in the gym. So I need to prioritize more sleep, stretching, and actually listening to my body. It's day 12 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. And you know what's funny? A lot of becoming the person that you want to be looks really boring. Like today I came home from work exhausted, just wanting to lay down. I wanted to take a nap. And I wanted to tell myself I'll do everything later, but I still had things I wanted to accomplish. I still wanted to get those 10K steps in. I wanted to post my day 11 update, and I still wanted to make sure I was eating food that would support my goals. So instead, I got in the kitchen, and honestly, that's something I'm really proud of. Like, what's a small win that you've been overlooking lately? Leave it in the comments because Just a few weeks ago, I wasn't consistently cooking for myself. I didn't have the energy to do it. It felt easier just to order food or just throw something together. But now, cooking is a part of my routine, not because I'm motivated every day, but because I know the small things matter. And at the same time, I'm learning that taking care of yourself isn't just about pushing harder every day. I've been more active lately, getting my workouts in, getting my steps in, and staying consistent. My body has definitely been feeling it. I'm learning that if you constantly push through exhaustion and never recover, that you can actually do more harm than good. And recovery is what allows you to keep showing up tomorrow. So this weekend, I'm planning to get some extra sleep, stretch more, and give my body what it needs, because the goal isn't to burn myself out trying to become her. The goal is to build habits that I can actually sustain. And today, showing up tired, cooking anyway, felt like a win. It's day 14 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. Today was a little bit of a slower day. I started with bacon and eggs, getting in that protein, got outside for a walk, spent some time editing my YouTube video, because y'all know my goal is to post long form videos every week on YouTube. So hopefully I can get that one finished by Sunday. And long form videos tend to take a while for me to edit, especially with learning how to do it on the iMac. Has definitely been an adjustment. But one thing I am proud of is today I didn't eat out. Yesterday my job ordered Longcore, and I had the lemon garlic chicken with Brussels sprouts. It was so good. So I went and got the ingredients today to make it, even though this isn't it right here. And I also didn't hit my 10,000 step goal. I finished a little under 9,000, and I'm learning that this challenge isn't about perfect every day. It's just about showing up consistently, even on those slower days. It's day 15 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. Today was another simple day, and honestly, I'm starting to appreciate those. I spent the morning trying to drink bone broth. Y'all, I threw it up, I'm sorry. But I did make some breakfast, got some movement in, worked on making content, and I also got the end of the day off with washing my hair. But the biggest win today was finally finishing editing and posting my week 1 recap of 35 Her on my YouTube channel. And as much as this challenge is about enhancing my appearance, improving my health, and growing my YouTube community, it's also about keeping my promises to myself, and posting that video was one of them. And one small win that made me smile today was also seeing the number on the scale go down. When I started this journey, I was at 255, and I know weight can fluctuate, and I don't give the scale all the power, but it was just refreshing to see the number moving in the right direction. But a week ago, I was talking about becoming the woman I said I wanted to be. Now I'm focused on proving it through my actions. The results aren't here yet, but the consistency is, and that's exactly what I'm trying to build. So I'll see you for what? Day 16, probably, I don't know. It's day 16 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. But question, have you ever felt guilty for resting or guilty for not doing enough? Today, my Aura readiness score came back at a 59, which is the lowest I've ever seen before. And that's basically my body telling me I need a little extra recovery. And that was same extra recovery even with having 6+ hours of sleep. And I think that's interesting, because we celebrate pushing through exhaustion. We wear being busy like a badge of honor. But if your phone was on 20%, you wouldn't be surprised when it loses charge, would you? So why do we expect our bodies to perform at 100% all of the time? And this brings me into my point about consistency, because yes, there's a great checklist that we should have every single day, our non-negotiables, but we have to also think about the things that, how are we feeling at those different levels? Like, we should have a baseline for the things that we could do when on the regular day, some things that we could do when we're feeling spectacular, and then also on the days when we're feeling like crap, even if it means just doing a fraction of what you initially have planned. But even this day, I probably didn't pay enough attention to my body. I still went to work, for a walk, I hit my 10,000 steps, came home and cooked dinner. But looking back, this score is a reminder that I do need to listen to my body just a little bit more. Even during the first week of this challenge, I think you guys saw me talk about being sore almost every day and feeling exhausted. And I've been so focused on showing up that sometimes I forget recovery is part of showing up too. Hold on, is feeling cute a part of discipline? Welcome back. It's day 18 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. But for a while, I kind of separated being disciplined and my femininity. When you think about discipline, you probably think about the serious early mornings, the hard workouts, the strict routines, and just checking things off the to-do list. And don't get me wrong, I still woke up before 6 a.m., started my affirmations, and got time to do my workout. But one thing this challenge has reinforced for me is that taking care of yourself and being disciplined do not have to exist separately. And as a matter of fact, it shouldn't. After not feeling my best the day before, it felt good to put a little extra effort into myself the night before and this morning. Like last night, I prepped my hair for a twist out and took some time to feel like me again. But it got me thinking, do you think taking care of yourself and your appearance is a form of self-discipline, or do you think it's something completely separate? Because when I picture the woman I'm becoming, she isn't just productive and goal-oriented. She takes pride in herself. She takes care of her health, and she enjoys expressing herself too. But it also looks like putting effort into the way I show up every day. Not because I have to, but because I want to. Because feeling put together helps me feel more intentional, more present, and more aligned with the woman I'm working toward becoming. Maybe discipline isn't just about doing the hard things, and it's also about caring enough about yourself to do the small things too. The woman I'm becoming is both consistent and soft. It's day 23 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. And have you ever realized that sometimes growth is not about pushing harder, it's about being honest with yourself? Today felt like a reset. I was able to check a lot of things off the list. I've spent some time doing things I've been putting off and getting back on track and really thinking about what needs to change moving forward. And one thing this challenge has taught me is that reevaluating doesn't mean you're failing. Sometimes reevaluating just means realizing what isn't realistic. Like when I started this challenge, I created a list of goals for the version of me that gets the perfect amount of sleep, has plenty of energy, feels motivated, and is operating at 100% every day. But I did not take into account for the days where I'm tired, the days where I don't have the same energy. And I realized that if I want consistency, I need a plan that works for all versions of me, not just the best version. And that's actually something I talk a lot more about in my week 2 and week 3 recap that I posted on YouTube. And I share about how I've started thinking about operating at different levels and what wasn't working, what I changed, and how I'm just building habits that's actually going to sustain long term. So if you've been following along 35 Her, definitely go check that out on my YouTube channel, because sometimes a reset isn't starting over. Sometimes it's just adjusting the plan so that you can keep going. Hey, don't think about a purple dolphin. Seriously, don't think about it. I'll explain later. It's day 24 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. Today I met with my dietitian, and she shared something with me that really made me think. The last time we spoke, we were talking about my goals for this 35 Her challenge, and one of them was no takeout. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with creating structure for yourself, but she pointed out that sometimes restriction can backfire. The more we tell ourselves we can't have something, the more attention we tend to give it. And she even shared a study about kids and M&Ms. One group could have all the M&Ms they wanted. Another group was told they could have every color except for one. And guess which group became the most focused on candy and ended up eating the most? It was the group with the restriction. And that brings me back to the beginning when I said, don't think about the purple dolphin. The more you try not to think about it, the more you think about it. And honestly, after going out once this week, it made me reflect on my own challenge. I didn't spiral, I didn't binge, I didn't make a terrible choice. I just went out and enjoyed my meal and moved on. And that's when I realized the goal was never to become someone who never eats out. The goal was to become someone who can make intentional choices without feeling guilty about them. Because one meal isn't what causes most people to fail. It's the story they tell themselves after. One meal becomes, well, I already messed up. I might as well just mess up the whole weekend. And all I'm doing is reminding myself that consistency matters more than perfection. One meal isn't a setback unless you decide it is. We're on the last leg of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. But have y'all ever noticed that self-care isn't always the things we want to do? Like when most people think of self-care, we think of spa days, vacations, and just doing things that feel good. But these last couple of days just reminded me that sometimes self-care looks a little different. It looks like going to the dentist to get your teeth cleaned, or going to that doctor appointment you've been pushing off, or it looks like showing up to Solidcore even when you don't feel like it at 5:45 in the morning, because y'all know I've been struggling to get my strength training days in, but that's another story. But overall, self-care looks like taking care of yourself in ways that your future self will definitely thank you for. And I think that's something I've definitely been learning during this challenge. Not every day is going to be exciting. Not every day is going to feel transformative. Some days the most important thing is you can maintain the habits that help you take care of yourself, because becoming her isn't just built in the big moments. It's built in the small things we choose to do consistently. It's day 28 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. And let me ask you, what's your favorite way to move your body? For me, it's definitely solid core. And trust me, there are plenty of moments during class where I'm questioning my life choices. But one thing I love about it is that it constantly challenges me. You're moving slowly, you're shaking, you're pushing your muscles close to failure. And somehow that's what keeps me coming back. I bought my friend today. And I think one of the biggest mistakes people make with fitness is trying to force themselves to do workouts that they hate. Because if you hate it, how likely are you going to keep up with it? But for me, that's solid core. I could do it consistently. And for someone else, that might be running, cycling, Pilates, dance classes, or lifting weights. So find what's the best for you. It's day 29 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. But what's something you've stayed consistent with longer than you thought you ever could? Today was the meal prep day, and today while I was cooking, I was thinking about consistency. And I think a lot of people assume consistency means doing everything perfectly every single day. But after almost 30 days of this challenge, that's not what I've learned at all. I've always had days where I felt motivated. I've had days where I was tired. There were days I hit every single goal, and there was days I came up a little bit short. But consistency isn't about never missing. It's about continuing even after you do. And because one workout doesn't change your life, one healthy meal doesn't change your life, one good day doesn't change your life, but repeating those things over and over again, that's where real change happens. And hey, if your healthy meals feel like punishment, you're probably doing it wrong. It's day 30 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. And one thing I've leaned into during this challenge is finding foods I actually enjoy, because if I don't like it, I'm not eating it, and I'm not going to stick to it. Because there's been times in the past where I've brought lunch to work and I didn't even eat it because it just was not hitting. So now I've been trying more different foods, switching up recipes, and even adding in low-calorie sauces to make the meals even more enjoyable without messing up my goals. Because this isn't about surviving 30 days of a diet. It's about building a way of eating that I can actually stick to long term. And for me, consistency gets so much easier when I actually enjoy what's on my plate. So what's one healthy meal you've been loving lately? I might have to try it. It's day 31 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time. I've realized that taking care of yourself isn't just about how you look. It's about how you carry yourself. When I work out, do my hair, put on a little makeup, or wear an outfit I actually feel good in, I walk differently. I show up differently. And not because I think I need to look perfect, but because taking care of myself reminds me that I'm worth taking care of. And I think that's one of the biggest confidence builders. Confidence isn't something you wait to have. It's something you build through the small promises you keep to yourself every day. Sometimes you'll have a great makeup day, and then sometimes it'll be like, Welcome back. It's day 32 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. And one of my goals during this challenge was to do my makeup before work every single day. And now that I've been consistent with it for over a month, I've learned some days they were absolutely great makeup days, and other days, not so much. But that's kind of the point, y'all. The only reason I've gotten better is because I kept showing up. I've learned more about my skin, what products work for me, and how important skincare is in general. I've started paying attention to whether my skin is dry, oily, or somewhere in between, because all of that changes how my makeup looks and how it reacts with certain products. And honestly, I think that's how most things work in life. You don't get better because you're naturally good at something. You get better because you keep giving yourself another chance to practice. And for me, waking up a little bit earlier has definitely been worth it. Not because my makeup is perfect, but because I like the way I show up when I take the time to invest in myself. It's day 33 of 35 Her, where I'm becoming her for real this time, because a lot can change in 35 days. And over this past month of doing the 35 Her challenge, one thing I recognized was the difference between being interested in your goals and being committed to them. When you're interested in a goal, you'll work on it when it's convenient. But when you're committed, you'll find a way to keep showing up, even if that day's version looks a little different. And that doesn't mean every day has to be perfect, because for me, it has not been. But I stopped expecting perfection and started expecting myself to show up with 100% of what I have for that day. Or I think that's been one of the biggest shifts during this challenge, not becoming someone who never slips up, but becoming someone who doesn't stay down for long. Because consistency isn't about getting it right every single day. It's about deciding your goals are still worth showing up for. This brings me to the end of the video. I'm sorry I did not grab any footage for day 35. I think that day I was very busy just getting ready for my trip, because I did do a solo trip to Portugal. But aside from that, this 35 days has showed me like what it made me prioritize what I actually wanted, especially for growing my YouTube community, and how to better look at health and align it more so to lifestyle and not worry about, like, how much weight I'm going to lose, just more so focus on being healthy, and then also just pouring into myself and enhancing my appearance just by health is a part of appearance to an extent. So just being able to lean heavily a little more into my health. But thank you all for your support during this journey. Thank you for the love that has been shown. I do plan on doing a second leg of 35 Her, but I'll probably do that on like a short form platform. And my name is Drayon Sabri Glover. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you're interested in mindset, personal development, and self-love content. I'll see you soon. Thank you.